welcome to episode 78 of Winging It, not in the community spirit. It's been a minute. It's been so much of a minute. We've had a Palace minute, believe it or not. It's been quite a while for one of those.
You know something's gone down when one of those things comes out.
Welcome back to the new season. We're refreshed after a break. I mean, that's just not true. None of us are refreshed.
If this is refreshed, I dread to think what knackered is like.
Yeah. Well, you've got a car picking you up at 3:45 in the morning. It's now 8:45.
It is. So there's only one thing for it.
Well, I'm glad you did that because I'm so out of practice. I opened my beer before we started recording, so you got the click fizz in for me. That's a Moretti.
It is a Moretti.
You know, I've got a beer full of fuck. See, this is how out of shape we are. I've got a fridge full of beers. Too refreshed, if anything. I've got a fridge full of beers that Terry would like because we had people come over last week and loads of people bought beer that just didn't get drunk. And it's all citrusy, whatever. So I can't even drink their beer.
You know my theory on that. That's because no one actually likes that shit, but everyone pretends that. Yeah, look at me, I've got a hipster, and they go, "Oh, look, Hesketh's having a party. Look, what we'll do is we've got all these shitty beers that have been in the fridge for the last 2 years.
Let's put them in this fridge.
Leave them there. Yeah. You're probably the fifth person. To have those beers in your fridge.
Like hand-me-downs.
Yeah, check the dates. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen, I will drive over to you at some point this week, and I've got a case full of Budweiser that someone bought to mine for drinks, and nobody drunk. So I'll swap you a case full of Budweiser for all your arty-farty beers.
I'm in.
You're in.
Yeah.
Good. I like it. So no, it's great to have everyone back. I've missed you guys. I was going to say I look forward to seeing you both at the Community Shield, but alas, Hesketh will be sunning himself in Austin, Texas.
Oh, well.
Outrageous.
Is that one of those holiday things?
It's not a holiday, mate.
What is it then?
I'm going to get in trouble now. It's going
to
be the beautiful.
£50 on a family.
Is it for work? Are you away for work? Are you being paid to be there?
It's It's going to be a beautiful wedding of one of my sisters-in-law. And if you think I'm getting on the wrong side of a Mexican family, Albert, you are sorely mistaken. I will do as I'm told.
Yes, then that's fine. You're allowed to go away.
Listen. Before the banter begins, and that's fine, I've promised. This is going to sound weird to people who weren't listening before we started recording. I promised to wear a cowboy hat for you. Okay? So we'll just go from there and we'll leave it be.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Yeah, John Texter would be proud.
On a skateboard as well, preferably.
I mean, I'll definitely get injured if I get on a skateboard. I can barely walk, never mind skateboard anyway.
Well, unbelievably, since we last recorded, the whole Europa League, Conference League thing still isn't resolved. And, I mean, I've stopped following it, to be honest. All the stories started to get to just be pure speculation. Everything's well publicised. But my favourite part of the twist in the tale is that it appears that Marinakis and John Texter have got in bed with each other over the last week. What is happening?
I've got images of that the South Park with Donald Trump and Saddam Hussein in bed. There's a really horrible Marinakis and Texter version of that, but I'll leave it there.
Yeah. Who's the devil and who's Donald Trump?
Marinakis is definitely the big sweaty devil character. And John Texter is definitely the one that shows off his small
cowboy
skateboarding helmet.
Wiener. Isn't that what they say in the state? Johnson. We've got a Johnson now as well. There you go. Yeah. Big Johnson.
Got a Woody as well.
With the CAS thing coming up on the 8th of August, what is interesting I found about it, Hesketh, is that it is occurring in person. where all of the other ones that they've adjudicated on over the summer have been remote.
Huh.
Is there anything to read into that?
Marinakis threatened them.
The parish is going to wrap.
Oh, man, I don't know. Like, I'm a bit like you, where I've just, now that we know the dates of when they're happening, at least, it's like, all right, I'm just not going to stress until then. Obviously, I have stressed because that's all I do, and worrying about when the conference draw is made tomorrow, as of recording, knowing 2 teams that we might be playing if we stay in it, and whether I need to book hotels in those cities that are hopefully refundable tomorrow. That's quite stressful, but then that's a me problem. But yeah, I mean, now that we know at least the date that we expect to hear, which I think is the 11th, that's something. But like you said about Marinakis and Textor, there was something about how Marinakis is helping out with Botafogo now or something, which obviously we all knew there was stuff going on with the amount of dealings that Leon and Forest and Botafogo and Forest have done. But now it just seems more explicit than ever. Like they're not even trying to hide it. So who knows at this point what's going on there?
Very concerning.
I can't actually figure out what meaning that has. Do you know what I mean? Like Texter and Marinakis helping each other out, Leon and Forest. Sure, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? The whole thing is so mental. I can't actually work out if it's something I should be actually that bothered about.
Well, look, for us and what it means for us is probably nothing in the grand scheme of things. Just that we can all be very happy that John Textor is no longer involved with Crystal Palace Football Club, effectively, is the way I'm viewing it. Hopefully it won't have been too late that he's gone out the door, but, we are now stuck in this wonderful position of UEFA or CAS having to decide basically, are we in the spirit of the rules? You're going to have all these transfers going on between Chelsea and Strasbourg and Manchester City and Girona and whatever's going on between Lyon and Forest and Botafogo and all of that. There's your multi-club ownerships where even if they've decided that we were in a multi-club ownership, we're definitely fucking not anymore. So
exactly. I mean, I think that's what it boils down to is you've got the rules, which are whatever. I understand in principle why they're there, but the spirit of the game should be as, if not more important. And the fact is we're starting this competition, if we were in the Europa League, without the same owner as any club in the Europa League. So just let us play in it.
And I mean, the consistency as well of CASA's turned down every single appeal that's happened this year. But what's madness about that is the Drogheda one, who, Drogheda won the cup in October or November, whatever it was. They aren't even a multi-club ownership at that point. They're not in a multi-club ownership on the 1st of March deadline, but were in a multi-club ownership shortly after, and they've been thrown out. You're just like, so you've already proven that the 1st of March deadline means fuck all. Because, what are you saying? But because basically the premise is they will be in a multi-club ownership with a team that's in the Europa League when it happens, or the Conference League, whichever one they were in. And we won't. So who knows? We'll see.
Are either of you at this point, I know you're not, there's nothing to follow until it all happens on the 8th, but are either of you holding any sort of low burning torch that it'll be reversed, or have you just got a heavy acceptance that this is our fate?
This is where you will discover the fully winging it. I don't know what is dichotomy. That's probably not the right word. Hesketh, glass half empty. Me, glass half full.
And as you were asking that question, I was shaking my head, and Terry was smiling and nodding a little bit. So, yeah, I with no I don't obviously have any inside info or anything like that. I just think it will be one of those where will get done by that silly rule this year, and then something will change next year where we wouldn't have got done if it had happened a year later. So I think we'll stay in the Conference League. And then fucking win it.
I think we will. I think it'll get overturned. Again, no inside information. My only inside information I have, which is just that I know what our argument is, and it's on 4 prongs. Other than that, nothing. Just based on it, I just like to see the best in people, and I think that Cass will come to the right decision.
I like it.
Do some legal gymnastics to make it happen.
That reminds me, we went out for lunch in Northampton today with my mum and my brother and family, and we walked past a pub called The Optimist. And I said to my brother and my mum, I said, I've heard the glasses are half full in there. And my mum went, really? That's not allowed. It was like, come on, Mum.
Excellent work. Which does tell me that your mum won't be appearing on Winging It anytime soon.
No. And hopefully not. She's not on the panel at Cass either.
Good news. Right.
So has Marianakis got to turn up then? Is Marianakis are they going to be physically represented?
Forrest are going to... I don't know if he himself is going to be there, but I've read that Forrest...
he's going to be there.
Yeah.
You've seen the Morgan Gibbs White video. He's turning up.
I'm being treated very well, that one.
Yeah.
They've got to send a delegation, apparently. So, I assume he'll be front and centre, both at the same time.
What's this big wooden horse?
His delegation will be turning up heavy in more ways than one, I'd imagine. And that's a gangster joke, in case you missed it. Do you know what's insane? I know a couple of Forest fans, and both of them said to me they didn't think that it looked like Morgan Gibbs White was being held hostage. I was like, we watching the same video?
Come on. It says the bloke's name 3 times in about 20 seconds, looks sheepishly up at him every time. The best bit in that interview, though, is when it cuts...
Marinakis.
Mr. Marinakis. And then it cuts to Marinakis, who just stares dead down the camera.
He needs the glasses and the spliff graphic over his face every time it cuts to Marinakis.
Last bit on that, though, we'll say big shout out to the Beak of... What is it? What's he called?
Beak of Beak Street.
Beak of Beak Street. On his calling him Karanakis was incredibly well done. Even Forest fans were having on social media were going, yeah, fair fucks. Got to just take that one on the chin. It's good. Right. How much attention we've been paying to pre-season?
Loads.
And do you know what I will say? Having the gold membership, which means you get Palace TV included. No fuck-ups this season. Worked smoothly.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the 10% discount worked almost immediately from getting it. The window of when the season was open and closed really narrowed down this season. So it does appear they took feedback on board. And by the time the new kit came out, I got the 10% off.
I don't know if I got the 10% off. I'd have to check.
Okay. Well, actually, while we're on kits, let's talk kits.
Don't you get 10% off as a season ticket holder?
No.
Only if it's
10% off as a gold member. Season ticket plus. Whatever.
You are a gold member.
I've
got season ticket plus.
Gold members this season.
I've got season ticket plus, so
yeah.
Then you'll get
10% with that, yeah. So, the kits.
Yeah, I'm going to need a bigger discount if I'm going to spend any money on those kits.
I think you're being a bit harsh. Right, we'll start with the gold one. When I saw this, I said it's a goalkeeper kit masquerading as an outfield kit. Mm-hmm. Not a fan. I think it could have been done so much better. But I get that people like it. People really seem to like it. Already at Crawley, loads of people were wearing it. So, but I will tell you one thing: if you're going to buy it, it's unforgiving on any curvy body shapes. That's for sure. Unless you're built like Eze, I'd probably get a baggier fit, to be honest. So, what do you think, Albert? Is it iconic or catastrophic?
Well, we're still in pre-season. I've come back to training with a bit of weight, so I certainly won't be running down the club shop and buying the gold one. Particularly if it's unflattering. I don't like it. Next, I don't give a fuck that it's technically linked to a FA Cup win. FA Cup silver, isn't it? It's not even gold.
But is it though? Is it? Because there's no way it can be linked to the FA Cup win, because we would have had to sign that kit off ages ago.
Not my words. Not my words.
It's on the press release, eh?
I'm just quoting the propaganda.
What? It's in the press release that it was going to be gold anyway.
No, I'll try and find it. But it basically says it's gold because it celebrates the cup win.
So maybe that explains why it's just a shit, very template-looking kit, because maybe it was something they could knock up and turn around quickly. But knowing what I know about kits, I would imagine that most of them have to be signed off at some point in fucking like February or March or something. So I can't see how it would have been signed off the 17th of May. If it's been signed off after that as a result, then fine. I can understand why it's a bit shitty looking, whatever. But also you can't.
It just looks like someone's just had a bath in a big tub of Dijon mustard. Let's call it what it is. It's not gold, is it?
I think it's more gold than the Wolves kit. I think the Wolves kit's orange. That pisses Wolves fans off when you say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's old. They call it old gold. I just think it looks orange.
What, AULD gold?
Oh, see if it that would be better. I'd appreciate that. I don't really like the gold. Like I actually don't mind though. We won the cup. We're going to have a gold kit, even though the cup isn't gold. But the kit itself just looks a bit drab. Like I watched the friendly against Augsburg on Friday, I think it was when we played him, and it looks a bit drab to me. Not a big fan.
I think had they made all the little, and I've not seen it in the flesh. I've only seen it in. Am I led to believe there's some sort of weird little matrixy triangles?
Little flecks.
Yeah, little. Good word, Hesketh. 10 points.
Thanks.
If those little flecks were gold sequins, then we can have the conversation. Okay. I'd like it a lot more. Yeah.
Then you're getting towards like Goldberg territory there, to be honest.
Another gold member.
So what are we saying on the Winging It podcast? Gives it a 0 out of 3. No marks.
Yeah.
Very well deduced. Very perceptive young man is Terence.
Okay. So we've gone with not iconic, catastrophic. That's what we're saying. Maybe it'll be if we win something in it. Maybe it will.
I said that about the home kit last season, and it came true. So who knows? So
then onto the home kit. Now, I think we've got some better rates here. Albert's a big he's wafting his nose. He thinks it's shit. Go on, explain what you think. You've seen this one in the flesh as well.
I have seen this one in the flesh. It's for Bernie, so it's only the kid size. There's no sponsor, which helps certainly helps most Palace shirts, I would say.
I don't mind the 10 on the women's one.
Yeah,
I wish that was just the sponsor. I was on the fence when all the images online. Definitely don't like the Brighton sleeves. Let's call that what that is. And it's arrived in the post. And I can't say I'm any more swayed by seeing it with my own eyes. All 4 of them.
Hesketh, go for it.
I like it. I agree with the white bit on the shoulder. Like I think if that was red, that would.
Yeah, it's like they run out the red ink cartridge run out.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's just to highlight the Macron logo. I don't know why they do it. I don't mind it so much on the short sleeve, but when I've seen the players wear the long sleeve, it really looks apparent. But I just wanted proper stripes, and I've got proper stripes with no bullshit in the middle. So I like it. I bought it, and I like it. It's a thumbs up.
Yeah, the sleeves are weird. I did have a little wondering session to be like, does someone work at Macron who is a Brighton fan and they've done this as some sort of joke that will come out in the future that it'll be like, yeah, I designed that and I'm a Brighton fan. But then I've been thinking, why would you want Palace players to wear Brighton colours? Like, doesn't seem to stack up. So, yeah, I think it's definitely an oversight in the design, and especially, like you say, the long sleeves, which Mateta seems to like to wear. Mm-hmm. It's a bit, yeah, it looks like a Brighton shirt from certain angles. But other than that, I don't mind it. Seen in flesh. The only other con I would say is Albert, even on the youth team shirt, how big the badge is. It's about it's
tiny
same,
on the.
It's about the same size on the men's kit as well.
Is it?
It's not much bigger. Yeah.
In the bin. When's the third kit coming out?
Well, the third kit is actually the second kit, and there's a reason that's not come out yet.
So the gold kit is not the away kit.
Yeah, the gold kit's the third kit.
Okay.
The away kit has not been released yet because it is identical, basically, to Leon's home kit.
I fucking knew it.
So, with all that's been going on, I think the optics on it, they probably want to keep it on the back burner until the last minute, and we absolutely have to get it out there.
We are nothing to do with each other, okay? We are nothing to do with
Yeah, I actually haven't seen it. My understanding of it is that it's one red, one blue stripe down the middle of the shirt.
When it comes out, I'm going to get it and put O'Brien on the back just to really play the flames.
He's not even there anymore, is he? He's at Everton. He's
Don't care. Don't care.
We just hope that no one will notice at Cast that move happened.
We never sold a player to them ever, apart from that guy.
Yeah, apart from the guy who went to Molenbeek on loan and then signed for Leon.
That doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Yeah. Right. So basically, this has got to be one of the reasons why we are where we are once again in the transfer market. So get all the guff out of the way first. Rob Holding, RIP, has gone to the Colorado Rapids. He felt the rough side of Oliver Glasner's tongue and he's never recovered. And he's followed in the steps of Peter Ramage? Was he at the Colorado Rapids?
He was at
Phoenix.
Something.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Good.
Phoenix Knights.
He's piss flaps. No. I'm really sorry. There's so much context to that joke, and if you want to know and you see me in person, I'll explain it to you. But for now, it have to remain as
careful. You're going to be inundated.
Shout out to the couple of people came over to me at the FA Cup pictures. I took the boy to get pictures done with the FA Cup, and I got recognised twice. Going up in the world. Basically, I've made it. I rung my mum and told her. Also, before we move on, shout out to the way they organise those FA Cup, getting your picture done with the FA Cup. It's brilliant. Super relaxed. Let you get really close. So you're not allowed to touch it, but let you get really close to it. Take your time. Everyone there was helping out. There's a raffle to win cardboard cutouts, and all the proceeds go to the Palace for Life Foundation. Cardboard cutouts are players, by the way, not the FA Cup. So, it was done really well and not charging for it as well. I just thought it was brilliant. And if you don't have Season Ticket Plus, when you get there, they give you a 10% club voucher off for the club shop on the day.
Nice.
So
it just gets worse.
No, pretty good. So where were we? Right, transfers. Not really.
Right, next section.
Dean Kiley is left, which...
Hang on.
Yeah. You missed this.
Dean Kiley.
The goalkeeper coach.
Yeah, this is how
7
bad
years.
the transfer news is that it's not even a transfer. It's just a member of staff has left.
Well, also, he was doing our set pieces last season, and we did score a lot of set pieces last season. We were up there with Arsenal.
Just remember him. Let's just remember him.
Do you know what's funny? I was going to say, because I watched the Augsburg match, and obviously I moan about Mark Bright's commentary a lot when he does the academy games and stuff. A couple of things. I was going to mention it just now because he mentioned Rob Holding, and he was like, his attitude in the 21s was absolutely exemplary. I'm like, yeah, but his attitude was why he was in the fucking under 21s, isn't it, Mark? But the set piece we scored, where Eze looked like he was going to shoot direct from a free kick and passed it to JP, who scored. Mark Bright got annoyed because he was like, why are we wasting it in pre-season? People will know it now. And I was like, but we did it against Doncaster in the cup last year, Mark. We can still do it.
Yeah.
He also didn't know where Teo Adaramola had gone on loan, which is quite good because I think he's a loan manager. So
I'm gonna have to start.
Let me just check my notes.
He went. Mark. He's gone to Blackpool, isn't he? Oh no, it's Leighton Orient. And then he was like, I'm seeing him tomorrow. And the co-commentator was like, better find out where he's playing, Mark.
I'm gonna have to start calling him Mark, not very. Oh, all right, fine. It's the first one back, new season. I'm just warming up, you know.
Yeah. Like I say, we're all carrying a bit of weight, a bit of extra weight.
Jesse
Like
Derry,
O'Hara.
as a surprising no one, has fucked off to Chelsea after refusing to sign a contract. See you later.
Look forward to paying 20 million quid just have him on loan.
Yeah,
in 6 years' time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad that it's occurred, but is what it is. We'll see how it goes for him. But we have had 2 signings in, and we did get them in early, and you know they were positions we definitely needed in signing Walter Benitez, who is a goalkeeper, great pedigree, played in the Champions League and so on. After going to Crawley, I'm a little bit unsure. But
did you see
about
the goal?
Crawley?
That's fair enough. Did you see the goal that we let in against? Was it Augsburg? It was one of the friendlies where it bounced over his head.
Yeah, he also, my friend Nick was very keen to point out that he was in goal when Arsenal banged 7 past him in the Champions League last season as well.
Oh, it's him or Remy Matthews, though, isn't it? So I'm Team Walter.
Yeah, and he's obviously in to replace Turner, who you've got to feel a little bit sorry for in terms of what happened with him. Again, more Texter madness. So isn't it? They signed him thinking that their transfer embargo would be lifted. It wasn't lifted, so they can't register him. So they try to cancel the transfer, which obviously is just not allowed.
And now they've sent him on loan to the MLS.
They had to, so he can play. It's a World Cup year, for fuck's sake, for him. He's trying to get into the USA squad or hold his place in the USA squad. So
crazy.
Yeah. But at least hopefully that move will work out for him because, you know, he was, you know, everything I've heard about him off the pitch, he was amazing at Palace. So, yeah, fair play and good luck to him. And then Sosa, I was impressed with him. Good left foot. Loads of assists to his names. Obviously, career stalled a bit at Ajax and obviously, whatever, it just didn't work out for him there. So hopefully we can put him around. I'd yet to see what he's like having to defend, but first Croatian, he's got great hair, great left foot.
Hair got mentioned first. I like it.
Yeah.
I've got a friend, Jake, who, for whatever reason, seems to like players with hairbands, and he's seen Sosa wear a hairband, so he's all in already. I watched an interview of Sosa, I think when he signed for Torino on loan last year. Maybe it was when he was at Ajax, but they asked him about his time in the Bundesliga, and he said, my nickname in Germany was the Crossing God. So no pressure. To be fair, he looks like he's got a great cross on him. Yeah. So 3 million quid, can't really complain too much. And how long have we been wanting a left back cover? So
Just going back to your friend with the hairband. I'm saying fixation. That's not the word you used. Is he a Palace fan?
Yeah, Palace fan, yeah.
So I'm just trying to think, who was his last hero?
Jesse Derry.
Well, first team hero. He's dad.
Let's talk about real players.
Who else would it be? I think it was before.
I'm going back to Darren Ward.
That's what I was going to say.
Is the maybe Nicky Carl?
Maybe I think both were before he started supporting Palace.
No,
but
I'm painting a picture of the man. Don't worry.
Yeah, he'll be listening.
Julian Speroni.
Yeah, Julian Speroni. Did he have one?
No, Julian Speroni would have been earlier.
No,
his hair was short.
That also would have been. He was before Nicky Carl.
That's before Darren Ward.
Yeah.
Darren.
Yeah. When did Sean Derry? Sean Derry, that was his first spell at Palace with the hairband.
No, that was his. I associate Sean Derry when he came back on loan initially. That's when I associate.
He had the long hair.
His first spell was sort of the
mohawk with the mullet.
Or mohawk, that's a better word.
With the little mullety bit at the back.
The full Marwan Shamak.
Yeah. Oh, only Marwan can bring that off. Listen, when we record the next episode, I'll speak to him in the interim and I'll get his list of hairband ultras.
I'm just trying to think. There's not who else has there been?
There must be someone else. I feel like people are screaming at us right now.
Sean Scannell.
Who's worn a headband?
Maybe that's what we didn't see when he dived in front of the Homesdale. Maybe someone just had hold of his headband, and that was why he fell.
It would have been a dive then, would it?
Yeah, well then that his personality has been redeemed. I'll let him off. Still, I don't think I'll ever forgive him.
I've still got to dig out the picture. Funnily enough, I think there's a picture somewhere of me and my brother with Sean Scannell. I think my brother is wearing a. Why
are you calling him Scannell?
I don't know.
Is this like Mrs. Bouquet?
Yeah, Mrs. Bucket. I've definitely got a picture of me and my brother with Sean Scannell, and I think my brother happens to be wearing a 1990 FA Cup toweling headband of the sweat variety, and I'm holding up a toffee crisp just for prosperity.
I think my mate Jake would be into Neil for real, and I'd probably be more into Albert and the toffee crisp.
Yeah.
So Sean Scannell doesn't even come into the equation, to be honest.
Jose Font, but again, we're talking way back when headbands were less of the rage now. Jake would have loved me. I wore a headband when I played football as a goalkeeper.
Was Jose Font pre-Darren Ward?
Yeah, he would have been. Surely.
Or
around about the same time as Darren Ward?
At the same time.
I reckon maybe we signed Font to when Ward left, maybe?
We signed Ward when we went down, didn't we? We signed Darren Ward,
so like
John Mackham.
2006-ish.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. So he would have been before Font because Font left during administration.
Yeah.
There you go. We got there in the end.
John Mackham didn't have a hairband, and also was shit. So maybe a hairband.
Yeah, I was going to say he didn't have a headband or footballing boots
or ability
/ ability. Yeah.
Still got one of the best football songs I've ever heard, though. When he absolutely tore us apart at Preston, when we all got refunded because we didn't even have a shot on target and lost 3-0. And I think Mackin scored at least 2. I think he might have got a hat-trick. Can't remember. But he just was all over us. And Preston fans singing, Johnny Mackin, you can shag my mum. Pretty good.
Great.
Oh, there's not a second line?
Where'd you go from there, to be honest?
Well, I thought there was going to be some sort of rhyming. I thought there was going to
Yeah.
Well, for example, I thought there was going to be a rhyming couplet.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you could put at the end of that second sentence that rhymes with mum that pertains to shagging.
No.
Left me hanging there.
No, sorry.
Johnny
I can't know what you're talking about.
Mum.
Yeah.
Johnny Mackham may be up the wing. Yes.
Right, but then...
Well, a hard left turn from New signings.
New signings, yeah, exactly. What got to
That's
that
how.
headband?
Yeah, well, that's how little there is to talk about.
Right. So obviously, this has resulted in Oliver Glasner saying, "We haven't made the most of the transfer window so far. I was promised that we would be more active and bring in the new players earlier this year. As of now, I have 17 outfield players. I hope we don't lose any more. If that happens and we get 4 new ones on deadline day like last year, another full start is possible." Now, is this harsh given the circumstances of what's been going on with the European stuff? And obviously there's a lot of focus on that. And on top of it, we've identified significant targets in Diamonde, for example, and Sporting just being completely unbending over a 67 million euro valuation for him. We've got in the 2 to replace 2 that we've gone, and both of those have strengthened. We've wanted a left wing back for ages. We've needed a second choice goalkeeper, and getting a Champions League experience one who won the title last season with PSV, it feels good instinctively, even if he does let the ball bounce over his head. So what do you think? Is it harsh, or are all these just excuses and Glasner's right? We should, he's won the FA Cup. We've got to go into Europe. Got to get some, get some pedigree through the door. What do you reckon, Albert? I'll start with you first.
I think it's mildly harsh because all the things you just mentioned about our European situation, which was my first response, which I think I even put on our WhatsApp group. I think, I also think that, look, we all had a magic wand and no issues. Yeah, you have all your squad done early and they're all there for pre-season. And let's forget that it's a sort of it's a cycle that we all seem to go through. But you don't necessarily need to start the season with every single player embedded, every single player fit. Like, fixture congestion isn't really a problem at the beginning of the season. So there's not been a tournament this summer either that, a lot of our players can't claim they're knackered from being away on international duty. So, I think 2 things can be true at the same time. It is frustrating. It's always seems to be the way. But there are mitigating factors that certainly have played a part, whereas that's not necessarily been the case or an excuse in previous transfer windows.
Yeah. And I think there's even a chance Diamonde gets done, but I think Diamonde getting done means Mark Gay is left. Then on top of that, who's the Frenchie we're trying to sign? Guesson?
The Ivorian guy, Guesson, yeah. Guesson.
It's a Guesson game at the moment.
It is a Guesson game. Very good.
But so he's the forward option. I think then we probably still want to get a couple more in and a couple more out, I would imagine. People who speculate on who we want to get rid of, but there's apparently a couple that Oliver Glasner's happy to see go if we can get money for him.
Give me some names.
Don't know. Well, I mean you don't want Gay to go, but given he's in the last year of his contract and we can probably get a significant amount of money for him still.
I would assume on the periphery just to get some money and or wage off it. Like Edouard, I'm sure if we got a decent bid, we'd be okay with him going.
Well, there's this link with him to Girona, right?
Yeah.
So, which is basically almost like a player swap, effectively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're not, just to be clear, we're not in a multi-club ownership with Girona. That's Man City.
No, we're not.
Nobody is.
Well, yeah, as of September the 1st or whatever, March the 1st. Officially, no one is.
But yeah, I think getting the 2 in that we did, we're in positions, like you said, that we've needed for a while. And it seemed like we were quite on it because they just sort of, especially the Sosa one, the rumour came out and then we signed him pretty quickly after. So I don't know whether it's a case of we were on top of it, but then this European thing is sort of, obviously we're having to put all our resources into that because we don't want to louse that up. But then that pushes the sort of transfer stuff back. And if no one's coming in for our players, I assumed Liverpool would bid for mark, and they haven't. And Arsenal apparently are playing silly buggers with Eze's release fee, saying, "Oh, we're really interested in, but we're hoping to get him for less than that." Well, tough shit. I mean, I don't go into a shop, see something cost a fiver, give someone 50p, and then fuck off with it.
My nan.
So, yeah, but your
True story.
nan's.
But also,
I wouldn't mess with your nan. To be
fair, nor
would
the bloke who worked in Timpson's a couple of weeks
ago.
That's actually got away with it. Anyway, moving on. I mean, Arsenal seem like they're spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I know they've all got lots of money, but it kind of feels...
I mean, but yeah, I also think, we don't want to spend a premium on Eze. You sold us Nketiah for £30 million, you fuckers. Give us all the money. Come on. So I think, like, I get it. Yeah, like, obviously it would be ideal to get all of our transfers in super early and have them all in training pre-season and blah, blah, blah. But, like, if you look around the league, other than Liverpool and Chelsea, because it's Chelsea, and, like, the bigger teams that were shit last year, like Man U and Tottenham, like, no one's really spending tons of money on tons of players. So I don't think we're necessarily, like, behind the curve on the rest of the league.
And like you said, spent £100 million. Apparently, I saw it.
Yeah, they have. They have. But I mean,
I'm not saying there's anything there to compare ourselves to, but it's like I would sort of switch off, particularly unless you see like a big headline from someone's gone to a big club or this, that, or Morgan Gibbs White is very happy to sign a new contract with Nottingham Forest. I am not keeping track of the day-to-day transfers, but I just happened to see a list of money spent. It was like, fucking hell, Sunderland have gone for it.
But they're not going to have any player who is as good or as effective as fucking Cameron Jerome. So they can spend their 100 million. But also
Son has left Spurs, so that means they don't have him or Kane. So I don't think Spurs will ever beat us again. It's over. Sorry, go on, finish.
Just to sort of reiterate, like we're in a better position than we were in terms of, like Albert said, all the players already being back and having a full pre-season. So we're not at like game 6 or game 7 of the league where only then are we starting to get people back to like actual match fitness. So yeah, I think it's a bit like I can see it from both sides, but hopefully by the time we're in the group stage of the Europa League and we've got the conference in the rear view, we'll have all of our players in. I don't think that's...
Rumours are we've been quite slow in the transfer market because they're still trying to find the code for Dougie Freeman's work phone.
Yeah. He's got the list on his notes app. We can't get hold of it.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I feel like it's, like you say, I think saying two things can be true at the same time is probably the right way to go. He has every right to be pissed off, but I think there are genuine mitigating circumstances this time around. So it remains up in the air, but I think based on the performances in pre-season, especially like when you saw them all together, the proper starting 11 against Augsburg really started against game. Mateta's been, got a little bit dry with goals towards the back end of last season, but, found the net loads. I love that he's kicking corner flags in pre-season friendly. It's very amusing. Ebbs is still, picked up where he left off, that beating all those players at Crawley and dinking it over the goalkeeper just for him to, it would have been brilliant. But, mitigating, the sun is still out. So, it's probably why Ebbs is still doing well. But the only other thing I wanted to touch on pre-season wise was Dino singing at Crawley was very amusing. That was good. Shout out to Mark, who actually recorded that video, who stood next to me, recorded that and then woke up the next morning and was like, fucking hell, your video is everywhere. Like every single site's got it. Even my father-in-law sent it to me from the States. So, Dino was loving it. That game was just, you can see it's very much wanting to take it serious. And, it is, important warm-up minutes in the legs and all that. But at the same time, he's just there like, shh. Zamina. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. Crawley a shit, by the way. Not surprised they got relegated.
They also got pumped by Grimsby yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Unsurprising. they're in trouble. They've lost their CEO and everything now. It's weird times there. Weird times. What else we got? Oh, I say while we're on transfers, just finish our transfers. We could get Zaha back. No, Albert would love that. He's on a tear. He broke Charlotte's club record of consecutive games of a goal involvement, 8 in a row. Albert, maybe the legs haven't gone, or is it MLS tax?
Do we need to answer that question?
Okay. Lovely. Well, maybe we can get him back for a 1-game loan so he can come and win a trophy with Palace, because we got the Community Shield next week where we will face Liverpool. They have, unlike us, been very busy in the transfer market, spending an awful lot of money. But as Liverpool always seem to do, net-wise, it's not a shed load because they always seem to get players out as well for good transfer fees. And I think that's going to happen with Diaz going to Bayern Munich. But they've signed Florian Wirtz for approaching world record amounts, 2 fullbacks, wing-backs in Frimpong from Leverkusen and Kirkes, who Kirkes last season became the new hipster. Oh, look at quirky I am. I know who Kirkes is, who plays for Bournemouth.
The thinking man's footballer.
Yeah, exactly. And Etitike, who we were linked with.
Yeah,
a couple of years ago.
Who wanted to go on strike to come to Palace and then didn't come to Palace.
Let's hope he goes on strike next weekend, eh?
Yeah.
Or misses all his strikes. I don't know which one you want to get to. He is a striker. So, I mean, Liverpool's pre-season so far has gone, so many, again, like a lot of teams, very short pre-season with 3-1 against Preston, 5-0 against Stoke. I think the 3-1 was at Preston. The Stoke one was, I think, behind closed doors at their training ground. And then they went to Asia and got tanked by Milan 4-2. And then beat Yokohama F. Marinos, not Marinakis.
Marinakis, he's everywhere.
Leave it.
He's gonna. I heard he's gonna buy them out and change their name to Yokohama Marinakis. Yeah, but that's like a, not the greatest pre-season in terms of they have lost 4-2 within that pre-season. Players are still bedding in. They're going to have to come back from Asia now and have all of that in their legs and whatever. So, what do you think, Hesketh? Positive signs? We've only gone to Austria.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. There was an interview with Glasner, who was basically like, if you go to America or Asia on one of these tours, you basically lose 2 days out of it for travelling and jet lag anyway. So going to Austria, it's like short plane ride. Facilities are really good. You can just get on with it. So I do quite like that. I think Liverpool are going to have to play well to beat us. We saw at the end of last season when both teams were sort of celebrating, them the league and us the cup, we put in a very good performance and maybe are unlucky to draw it. So I think we've looked every game in pre-season, we've looked better than the last, which is a good sign. And I think we're obviously pretty clear on the 11 we're going to play, whereas maybe they'll try and shuffle around a bit to fit some of the new guys in. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes, but I think they're going to have to play well to beat us.
And how will you be consuming the content of the match?
I think I will be helping to set up the venue for the wedding, so probably consuming it with an iPad somewhere. Maybe, if you walk around with a clipboard and look busy so you don't actually have to do anything. Just that with an iPad. And just be like, yeah, that over there, that's good, yeah. And then just have the game on. Yeah,
and then when it gets to the wedding and there's some funky setup going on, someone's going to be, well, Sam, you told me to put it down the wing. I didn't quite know what you meant by hit the channel, but...
You kept screaming, not there!
Very good. How are you feeling about the game, Albert? Where are you sat?
Wembley.
Yes, very good.
I actually don't. I dilly-dallied, so I'm up in the top. I think I'm up in the top where we were for Oasis, but the complete opposite corner, Terence. I think I'm somewhere in the corner.
Fucking talk about it. Do you see? Me and Albert went to Oasis on Wednesday at Wembley, and we were up in the heavens. We were like 15 rows from the back of the upper tier.
Still got a pint thrown at me.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Was it by Terence?
Yeah. No, this is Stella.
But do you see on Saturday someone died there, falling off the upper tier?
Fucking hell!
Yes, my brother and my niece and people were there yesterday.
Yeah, they're like reaching out to fans who might have accidental footage of it occurring, so they can try and piece together what happened. But yeah, fell off the upper tier. I'm not surprised with the amount of drinking that was going on. To be fair.
I bet
People were just like, it was like a constant like ferry back and forth from the bar, just people with like, holding 4 at a time in the little cardboard holders. It was a very boozy.
We were on the aisle. There was an endless stream of people walking up the stairs, and it dawning upon them that they couldn't remember where the fuck their seats were.
And this was Wednesday night as well, where people got work the next day and stuff. This is a Saturday night there. I'm not surprised, but yeah.
I think I'm the only person on the planet that hasn't gone to an Oasis concert. Everyone I know's been to see him.
Yeah, but I only went to do a recce for the Community Shield. That was
nice.
I just needed to check that we still won the FA Cup and all that. Just make sure.
Have you seen any of the?
Check the grass was still there.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the?
I saw no grass for the record. I'm very concerned.
Yeah, we're playing on a bit like Wilf in Charlotte. We're going to be playing on a plastic pitch.
I was going to say, have you seen any of the advert up around like train stations and that for? I think it's TNT Sports, and it's Palace celebrating winning the cup.
So
that's a bit surreal still.
Something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not normal. Yeah, it's great. It's not a Brighton player doing it. It's weird.
Weird.
They're still fucking chirping up.
It's not a Forest player either, but according to Forest fans, they had a better season than us last year, so deserved the Europa League. Is it? What entry into the cup that literally used to be called the Cup Winners' Cup?
Yeah.
That one. That one. Anyway,
I really hope Parish is saying that to Marinakis at a hearing next Friday, whatever it is, in that snarky tone.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. You were having a really good season until you fucked it. I still, my favourite irony about all of this is that the reason why it's Forest is because they got a draw at Selhurst. If we'd have let them win, they'd have had enough points to get into the Champions League, I think. Damn it. If only we would have known. But then I suppose whoever else was in their place, would it have been Brighton maybe?
No, it might have been Brighton,
Let's not go there.
Indeed. So, what I want to end on is the Community Shield a major trophy?
I don't mind diving in on this one just quickly. There's 2 answers. If we lose, no, it's a pre-season, glorified pre-season friendly. If we win, yes. Albert.
If we win, will there be a similar photo opportunity set up for the FA Cup?
I think so. I think they should do it again and with both.
You get both, right?
Yeah. Because, when De Bruyne fucked off from Man City the other week, and they did the photo with all these trophies in the background, the Community Shields were there.
Fine. What was it being used as a saucer for an actual trophy though? What do we actually gain as a club if we win the Community Shield? What do you actually get? What's the prize?
A major trophy.
Yeah.
No, apart from the big silver thing, what do you actually get?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, it's an actual question.
The big plate?
Do you get a place in an unnamed European competition? Do you get a shitload of money?
You probably don't get a shitload of money.
then I'm going to say it's not a major trophy.
Okay, all right. Let me riddle you this then. If we rebranded it to match what the rest of Europe called it, the Super Cup.
Yeah.
Is it a major trophy then?
Albert doesn't care about community. That's clear.
It used to be called the charity.
He does care about
shield,
Super.
He cares about Super.
So I could work with Super for sure.
Yeah. He absolutely.
Why don't they just call it the Major Shield? Let's just go all out and call it the Major Shield, and then it will literally be a major trophy.
Yeah, it's now called the Major Trophy.
It's called the Major Trophy.
I'm going to say yes. It is a major trophy, regardless of whether we win it or not.
Up in the gods, it still cost me best part £100 a ticket. Major trophy.
But but the good thing from the upper tier is you're going to see us tear them apart like we did at Anfield with a slick passing move and slotting it home from Eze again. Yeah. Predictions? What are we saying?
2-1 Liverpool.
Does it go extra time? Or
does I want to say 1-1 draw, but I can't.
It goes straight to pens.
Which is a tick in the box of it not being a major trophy, to be honest.
Everyone just wants to go home. I'm going to say it's going to end 2-2 and we'll win it on penalties.
1-0 Palace. Dean Henderson, man of the match.
I was going to say Dean Henderson, diving header.
Because I was like, Henderson's been fucking brilliant in pre-season as well.
Dean Henderson handles outside the box.
Shout out to whoever works at Palace and put together the Save of the Season compilation for Dean Henderson and included that within the montage.
I love that. That was great.
Yeah, okay. It went kind of under the radar a bit. I don't think anyone really picked up that it was in there, which was a bit sad because it was very well done.
Yeah, it was great.
Lovely. So we got a win, a loss, and a draw there. Who's winning on pens, did you say?
Us.
Cool. Dino in goal. I like it. Right. That's it. Back up and running. Sort of. We've got to try and figure out what happens with the next episode because there's some holidays going on. And obviously this one's come a little bit earlier than normal. This season we are planning on, based on your feedback, thank you to everyone who filled out the surveys. Given our...
Unfortunately, Hesketh has been invited back.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't invited to Oasis, but I've been invited back to the pod.
But given that we'll be playing European games on Thursdays, now we're going to bring recording forward a day this season to Tuesdays, so the pod will be out on Wednesdays this season. Then what we do additionally around Europe, we'll figure out. We might do stuff live on the fly at games or whatever, but we don't know. We're gonna play around with some ideas.
We shouldn't really say this, but our recording schedule is the final point in the running order in the CAS appeal.
Yeah, I was going to say, depending on the CAS appeal, because it's gone to them.
They're like, look, we know it's Europe one way or another, but these guys need to know urgently what we're planning for. So exactly. Hopefully that sways it.
Yeah, so there's that. There's also going to be... We've been getting approached over the summer for a bit more advertising, like bespoke advertising. So you're going to hear that popping up in some pods over the season. Again, we've done this because, as based on the survey, you guys loved the stuff we did with Chris Grierson in the studio, and you want to see more of that. That stuff costs money, so we've all got kids and dogs, so we can't be putting our hands in our own pockets. So we need to...
It's only going to be 5 or 6 times an episode, isn't
it? Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, just there. Can I just say, this Moretti is bloody good, actually. It's...
I mean, given that Julian Speroni's temporary first-team goalkeeper coach, we should have all been drinking Peroni tonight in celebration, but It is only temporary, apparently.
But they didn't pay us enough.
So expect that. Like, you've always got the fast forward button. There's a button on there that allows you to fast forward 30 seconds, touch it a couple of times.
It's the same button that you press when Hesketh's talking.
What is this?
Just press that one again, and the adverts will probably be welcome relief. Actually, leave them on.
Yeah, fair.
And yes, so all of that jazz will. Obviously, we should have the 100th episode coming up this season, so there will definitely be some form of fancy studio interview going on there. And look out on our socials for some merch. So many people cried at me last season about the baseball caps. We will put baseball caps up for sale in a limited run at some point to help to fund those those studio appearances. So yeah,
those new watches, studio appearances,
timepiece.
Yes. Look, no one's got the hint and sent us one for free, so something's got to change. So we'll have to use the listeners' money. That's all.
Brilliant. So anyway, thank you all for coming back and listening to us. Thanks, Hesketh. Thanks, Albert.
Thank you
for the season. Add more trophies. Brilliant. Until next time, up the palette.